I have a really fun project for you today using this homemade stone that I've already base coated in this sable brown. And my nails are nice and November-y in these neutral tones until you sneak peek here and you see the gingerbread has snuck in. So we are going to theme this mandala and make it a gingerbread mandala. I'm going to use this guide and my Soapstone pencil from Happy Dotting Company to give myself some guidelines. I don't usually do this, but because this is a design that's going to be a little out of the ordinary for me, I thought it might be helpful to give myself some guidelines. So I don't remember where I got this guide from, but I will link the pencil in the description for you if you want, because it does erase nice and easily. And I'm just going to take some basic white paint, and now we're going to start with a number 9 dotting tool from Happy Dotting Company to get my center dot. And I'm just going to swirl that paint around with a dotting tool to make sure we don't have any lumps, and then I'm going to come to a number 3 dotting tool, and we're going to use those guidelines and create 4 dots to start, and then come around and put a dot in the center of each of those dots so that we have nice evenly spaced dots. This is a little bit larger of a dot than I usually start with on a mandala, but you're going to see where I'm going with this. I'm going to make some dots in between each of the dots we've already laid down just to give myself another guide point. And then I'm going to take this really fine nail art brush. I will also link these for you. They're awesome. And I'm going to create scallops kind of going around the dots. Now these aren't going to be perfect from the get-go, and I don't even think they're perfect once I got them where I wanted them, because it's always hard to get perfect shapes. But the nail art brush is really handy for that, and then I'm going to come back and kind of thicken them up and even them out. So the whole idea with this design is inspired by a gingerbread house and the white frosting and kind of all of the scallopy dotted line designs that you see on a gingerbread house or gingerbread house designed item. So I took a lot of inspiration from clip art and cookies, actual cookies that people decorated with the gingerbread theme. I'm going to come back with that same brown paint that I base coated with to help smooth out, clean up my lines and my points on these scallops so that they're nice and smooth. Now I'm going to do some swoops, and swoops have always been hard for me, but I got this new tool from Happy Dotting Company that is a stylus tool that is super duper fine. And one of the tricks that I learned from watching some other dot mandala artists is that the key is that you have to go slow. So I'm going to add a dot, and then I'm going to go very slow and just drag that dot into a point and then smooth out the edges. Now, some people are talented enough to do this with just the dotting tools by themselves, but this stylus tool just really takes it to the next level. You can also clean up mistakes. I misplaced this dot, and you just take a damp Q-tip and swoop it up, and then you can fix it and put it in the right place. So the key here is just dragging that dot ever so slowly. I am going to speed it up for you here shortly so you don't have to sit through all of it. But if you've struggled with swoops, I don't do mandalas all the time, so I don't think I've gotten really good at them, but this tool, holy cow, has been a game changer. So I think I would highly recommend, if you can get a hold of a stylus like this, I will link this one in the description as well. I love Happy Dotting Company products. It's a small company, small business, so I love supporting her business. And then I'm going to add some curved swoops here. So same concept with a smaller dot, but then kind of curving it in towards that middle swoop. So we're just trying to create that gingerbread look and using the stylus to kind of draw the swoops into the design, into the downward curve of our scallops. Take another one of those really fine line nail art brushes. This is a little bit longer. It has a little bit longer bristles than the first one we used. And I'm going to use it to create a circle around this design. So those guidelines that we created in the beginning are coming in really handy because I'm kind of connecting them together. This is rough at first because now I'm going to come back in and thicken it up and smooth it out as I go around my circle. And even if it's not perfect, that's okay too, because I'm going to come in and add some dots to the edge of this circle, but I wanted a nice thick circle. And then I'm going to come in with a number 5 dotting tool, and we're going to put dots all around this circle. So this is eventually going to become kind of like lace, but we're going to do the dots. We're going to do about 4 or 5 dots, and then take a smaller dotting tool and fill in if there's any kind of extra paint that we want to swirl out, or if there's any brown showing through, just kind of push the paint around so that that brown is covered up. You can see those little holes that are there, and I'm just going to push the paint into there and cover up the brown. And towards the end of the design, we're going to come back to this spot and we're going to add smaller brown dots in these white dots, and it creates the look of lace. So it creates a very nice kind of thin lace border, but without having to create that scallop yourself. So it's a lot easier to do, I think, this way, and a lot more even. Now we're going to create a dotted snowflake. So we're going to start with a center dot and then take a smaller dotting tool and create 2 dots going in all 4 directions. So think north, south, east, and west. We're going to do 2 dots in those directions, and then we're going to add kind of a medium-sized dot in between those. And then the next step that we're going to do is we're going to take my longest nail art brush. It's got the longest bristles, and we're going to just drag ever so slightly a line from the center dot to the outside. And we're going to start with the crossed lines first, and then we'll do the crisscross side next. And so just use ever so slight of a hand and use that brush to your advantage. It's long, and just kind of drag it out ever so lightly, and this creates the cutest dotted snowflake. And we're going to add several of these kind of in the 4 directions around the gingerbread rock. And this one got a little bit out of hand. I think I got a little too heavy-handed, or I didn't wipe the brush off, but we're going to come back in and correct with the brown paint. So I'm just going to thin out that little snowflake arm and then redo the white dots over it to fix that one. Now I'm going to take my number 5 Petal dotting tool that I got from Lydia May at Dot Art Depot, and I'm going to create some hearts in between our snowflakes. So these can be used on mandalas, they can be used to make flowers, but they also make really cute plump hearts. And I never can seem to get the right one placed properly to where it works perfectly, so I'm just kind of cleaning up the edges with one of those nail art brushes so that my heart is nice and even and cute. And now I'm going to go through and add some dots in between the snowflakes and the hearts, because it felt kind of disconnected, and I kind of wanted to connect that circle of design. So I'm doing 1 center dot and then 2 smaller dots on either side of the larger center dot, just to kind of connect our snowflakes to our hearts in the circle of the design. And then I'm going to add some dots around each of the hearts. So now I'm just kind of really accenting and kind of thinking about a gingerbread house design and really making this cute. So adding some dots around the hearts, and then I started thinking about how much fun those swoops were, because I now have a proper tool to help me do them well. And I decided that I was going to come back in after I finished these dots around the hearts and create some swoops in those center dots between the snowflakes and the hearts. So I'm going to create some dots above and below that center dot and swoop those in, and then create some smaller ones kind of in the off corners and bring those in as well. So this tool was so much fun to use, and it did exactly what I wanted. I'm also going to say this mandala is not perfectly spaced. Like I said, it's not one of my typical designs. I kind of went off the rails because I had this wild hair that I wanted to make a gingerbread mandala. And it actually turned out so cute. And I don't mind that it's not perfectly spaced. I'm not sure anybody's going to notice. But this swoop tool just made me so happy that I could finally do swoops with this stylus and have them nice and pointy. They weren't blobby, they were straight, they were symmetrical. It was just what I wanted. So highly recommend this tool. It made me very happy. It was an early Christmas gift to myself. Take a damp paper towel to remove all of those guidelines that we put on there with the Soapstone pencil. That's why I love it so much, is you can get them off easily. And now, you didn't think there wasn't going to be sparkle on this rock, did you? I'm going to take my Folk Art Extreme Hologram glitter paint and I am going to add it to all of the white. So I'm starting with the center dot, and then I'm using dotting tools for some of it and a disposable eyeliner brush for some of it because it's very fine. A lot of the swoops I did with the disposable eyeliner brushes just so I could try and keep the glitter in the white and not have to clean it up off the brown. So this part was pretty time consuming, so I am speeding it up for you here just to show you that I got glitter on all of the white. I wanted it to have that kind of sugary frosting effect, and this made it perfect. It was just, I love this glitter. It's so versatile, this glitter paint, and so this was the perfect thing to put over the white paint to get that sugary frosting gingerbread house look. And then, as promised, I'm going to take my 3.5 dotting tool and I'm going to come back to the brown paint and start creating that lace effect on that kind of thick circle that we created very early on in the design. So you can see how this now looks like lace because it's like the bottom base coat color is popping through. I love doing this for lace borders around hearts or around, even just around like a design on a word rock. And then I also decided to add some tiny brown dots inside of the white circle and some tiny white dots outside of the white circle just as accents, just to kind of complete the design. I think this is going on my top list of 2025 designs. I really love how this turned out, and I hope you do too. Thanks so much for stopping by to watch, and I'll see you next time. Take care.